follower of the Most High here. I ran across this video on YouTube. I thought I figured I should share. But how I feel about our sisters, the ones who on the street corners or streetwalkers selling their body, it really put a pain in my heart to see our sisters on the streets like this, because they end up turning to this lifestyle from past hurt, from childhood, and not having a father in a household or in a life, or the way how the system did to break up the black families, break up the minorities' households with the Section 8 and how the government assistance, how they help break up their families, and how also it goes on and apply with the Deuteronomy 28 curses by not obeying the Most High's Yah laws. Well, the sister just basically telling her story of how she is living right now.
Yeah. You thought I was kind of like a pimp.
Yeah, I did. That's why I say, because, it's rules in this lifestyle and stuff like that. So
it's rules.
Yeah, it's rules you gotta go
rules?
by.
Like, give me 3 rules that y'all follow.
I don't know, like, I don't know, just
to stay safe. Like, I know probably the pimps like, oh, y'all gotta stay away from black guys.
Can't be friendly with the pimps, or like just talking tall with them, or I try to. That's why I just try to stay in my own lane and keep people on my face and stuff like that, because, yeah.
So do other pimps try to recruit you into being with them? Do other pimps try to get you to be with them, or you just ignore them?
I ignore. Or sometimes I've had my fair share of experiences, and I learned my lesson. I had my fun and stuff like that, and I just realized I'm still trying to figure myself out.
Oh, okay. You say you how old again?
I'm 23.
23. Man, how was your childhood growing up?
No,
your childhood.
How was my childhood?
Yeah.
It was really rough. My father was murdered in front of me of 2018, February 25th. That's why I'm out here. I was spoiled.
Damn. What city was you?
I was born in New Orleans.
New Orleans. And so you was growing up in New Orleans, and what about your mom? Y'all close?
No, we stopped talking. She lives in New Orleans too.
So what happened with y'all relationship? Y'all just butt heads because y'all two women that's just alike?
I don't know. It's a long story. Like, my granny just passed and stuff like that. So she's going through it and I'm going through it. And she tries her best to help me while I'm out here and stuff like that, but she can only do so much. And yeah, I have a couple friends that I can reach out to that look after me and care for me and stuff like that. And with the pimp subject, there's good ones out there. Like, there's good ones out there. Girls just need to learn how to choose wisely.
Yeah.
And do what's best for you, and don't choose a man based on their appearance. And just know that they have what's best for you, have their, what's the word? I'm trying to say something. Make sure they have their best interest in you,
Yeah. Okay, and then, as far as your childhood, you went to high school, you graduated?
I didn't graduate because my father got killed while I was in high school, and he was my motivation to keep going to school. I realized school isn't.
Sisters, I know y'all been through a lot. Not a pain in y'all past. For the ones that had traumatic experiences in their childhood and teenage years, losing fathers and being raped at a young age, I just say, don't cry. Pray for that healing. I know it's easy to be said. This is the point you have to truly seek the Most High. Because the Most High don't lie about his scriptures. He said he healed the brokenhearted. Psalms 147, verse 3. He heals the broken in the heart and binds up their wounds. Also, returning back to these commandments also will help. This is why it's so important for fathers to be in their daughters' lives. It's also a commandment. A man is worse than an infidel if he don't provide for his daughter or family. It says it in scripture. He's worse than a sinner, basically. But all I'm saying, don't cry. There's some righteous brothers out here, out there in the streets also preaching, trying to wake up the lost sheep of Israel. I just truly hope that she goes through the Most High. If the Most High leads her. Because it's my job as a watchman to sound the alarm and lead our people to the Most High. And show them their wicked ways where they could turn back to Him. You know, sex is very sacred in the Word. Hell, the Satanists even knows that. That's why they do everything backwards. That's why when they have sex, they call it sex magic. You also have, each time you lie with someone, it's always something left behind with that man. You're gonna have their spirit, their demons, transferring spirits. That's why it's so sacred in the Word. That's why the Most High made sex for marriage. Yeah, I'm gonna cover a little bit, a documentary that I had seen years ago, back in 2000s, American Pimp. Sister didn't really touch too much of the rules between the hoe and the pimp. Well, I'm the Israelite, the truther that's gonna try to put everybody on game of what's going on around this world, because it's good for us to know the peep game, what's going on. But I'm pretty sure that the pimp game didn't change as much since then, since the 2000s. If it did any change, they probably pimping out transgenders.
A man. A bitch is not supposed to be in a pimp's face unless she's chewed. First of all, a bitch is not supposed to be looking at a pimp. When a pimp ride by, they're supposed to be looking at the motherfucking curb. And when she look up at a pimp, she can be broke for reckless eyeballing. When I say reckless eyeballing, that means that she's making eye contact with the pimpin', and she may not even be with that man. You know, that's the reason why I say the game has changed. In the old days, she'd be under pimp arrest. Pimp arrest was when a bitch was placed under arrest for violating rules. Subject to get broke. If she made any money, you understand, if the bitch had any jewelry, anything of value, you know, she had to automatically come up with it because she was in violation. I know it's motherfuckers that's still pimping like that.
Sister, also remember these words.
Nobody else can check. I know they like to beat you down a lot, and when you come around the block, brothers clown a lot. But please, don't cry, dry your eyes, never let up. Forgive, but don't forget, girl, keep your head up. And when he tells you ain't nothing, don't believe him. And if he can't learn to love you, you should leave him. Cause sister, you know me. And I ain't trying to gash up, I just call it how I see it. You know what makes me unhappy? When brothers make babies and leave a young mother to be a pap. Now since we all came from a woman, got our name from a woman, and our game from a woman, I wonder why we take from our women, why we rape our women, do we hate our women? I think it's time we kill for our women, time to heal our women. Be real to our women. Because if we don't have a race of babies that will hate the ladies that make the babies. And since a man can't make one, he has the right to tell a woman when and where to create one. So we're the real G's. Get up. I know you fed up, ladies. Keep your head up.
All right.